Hi, welcome to my channel, A Crow's Called Tarot. This is Melody. This video is for the star sign of Gemini for the month of August 2019. All right. So while I'm shuffling up these cards a little bit, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to get a hold of me if you want your own personal reading. All right. One way is to email me through a crow's call at gmail.com, or you can jump on a link that's posted in the top right hand corner of my YouTube channel, which will take you to my Facebook page, Sacred Circle of the Crows, where you can private message me there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I set up a time with you, which would be a good time to get your own personal reading. All right, Gemini. So let's get this reading started. First, I'm going to introduce you to the decks. This is the Angels and Ancestor Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. These are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Those are two new decks that I just got last week. And then we have the Power of Love Oracle cards by James Van Praagh. Signs from Spirit Love Oracles by Mystic Moon Oracles. And the Crow Tarot by MJ Colonnine, which we're going to use a Celtic spread with to better figure out what the first two cards are telling us, the Angel and the Ancestors and the Gateway Oracle. We're going to better dig into what those cards are trying to tell you, Gemini. And then we'll use the Power of Love and assign some Spirit Love Oracles in the final messages. All right. All right. So let's get the shuffling. Let's shuffle up these cards, Gemini, and see what comes through as far as spiritual helper. Star sign of Gemini. All right. So we shuffled. So we're going to cut. Pull one off the top. White Witch, be the light. All right. So this White Witch is coming through for you, Gemini, as she's the triple goddess, mother, maiden, crone. She is the innocence of that triple goddess. Okay, she's the innocence. She's gaining wisdom, and I feel that she's trying to pass that wisdom down to you, Gemini. All right. So because these are new cards, we're going to read Gemmies and see what's going on with this White Witch. The White Witch is also a sacred one that's with you. All right. So take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences, Gemini. All right. So the White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for you for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has. But she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goddess within. So no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you protect the conversation? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light where you're born to share. Okay, Gemini. So you're definitely being encouraged to gain some wisdom and purity from this white witch that's around you, to shine the light and see the situation for what it is, whether it's drama, negative, or positive. All right, that's what I feel for you, Gemini. So let's move on to the Gateway Oracle cards and pull one of these cards and see what's going on. All right, so we're going to cut them, pull one off the top. Accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Yeah, yeah. So you're gaining the wisdom to accept what is within your life. All right. Accepting what is. So this is a new deck. So we are going to read from this book too. It's the number one card. So I feel that you need to accept that you are number one in your world right off the bat. All right. Accept your life in all its configurations. Know that every moment, situation, and event has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Accept your inner majesty. Be present. You are magnificent and wondrous beyond measure. Embrace all parts of yourself. All right. So the universe wants you to know it is an act of both power and faith to love, honor, and accept what is. At times, it can be challenging to truly accept what's occurring in your life. When you do so, however, you affirm that there's a plan for your life and that everything is working out for your highest good. Accepting what is doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. It does mean that there is a gentle yet profound awareness that every experience can support your highest good and spiritual evolution. If there is something you just can't accept, start by gently acknowledging the fact that you can't accept it. As you increase your own acceptance in life, this will help others be at peace in their own lives. Okay? So, questions to ask yourself: is there anything that I'm not accepting in my life? How can I embrace myself in my life even more? Where will my life's journey take me if I truly honor every aspect of what is? All right. So I feel that this white witch is coming in to help you accept the purity and the wisdom within your life, within your gifts, within your circumstances. All right. That's what I feel for that. All right. So now let's go into the Crow Tarot and examine a little bit deeper into what the situation is expressing for the month of August. All right. Geminis. Geminis. Gemmies. Gemmies for the month of August. All right. All right. So the underlining energy is judgment. Yeah. Yeah. Using your discernment. I feel that spirit is bringing things up for you. I feel that there could be some kind of a rebirth happening. I feel that judgment is coming up and causing you to review some things and to accept what is or isn't good for your life so that you can cycle it out, is what I feel. And I feel that there's a reason. This white witch is part of your ancestors. I feel that she's causing you to gain some wisdom and accept things in your life. Accept what isn't good for you, accept what isn't bad for you, and accept that you can change it, is what I feel. All right. But I definitely feel that there's some kind of a rebirth coming in your spiritual self. Perhaps you're going to gain some kind of a wisdom. Maybe you have the power of a witch. Maybe you have the power of a white witch. You have the ability to manipulate the energy around you, not necessarily in a bad way, but accepting the fact that you can do this. You have the power to change things. You have the power to accept what is or is not good for you. All right. Accept that you have the power as a white witch within you to send out the positive and pure intentions and wisdom of uh, things from your past or your current circumstances related to karma. I also feel that you have the ability to bring about this rebirth, all right, because you have all of your ancestors and spirit and your angels around you telling you, look, do you want to stay in this energy or do you want to move into this energy? Is what I feel. Negative energy, you want to stay in this negative, not loving energy, or do you want to move into a more stable and wise and pure energy and accept the things? I feel like it's that serenity prayer. Um, Give me the strength to accept what is and the courage to change. I can't remember how it all goes, but if you guys want to leave it in the message box below, that would be great. That serenity prayer. I think it's give me the strength to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the serenity to know the difference, I think is how it goes. That's what I feel that this energy is right here, is that serenity prayer. All right. All right. So recognize the things that you can change, review them, and accept what it is that you can or cannot change, but always stand in the purity and the innocence of your own wisdom is what I feel. All right. So your current circumstances, Demi, Page of Cups. All right. So I see the Page of Cups is communicating through love, communicating with love in your heart, not spewing out all these hurtful energies, hurtful words, but communicating more from a love-based energy is what I feel, Gemini. All right, let me get a drink of coffee here for a second. All right, so what's challenging you? Yeah, challenging you is what you are being challenged to do is release burdens, release the heaviness in your heart, is what I feel. Accept this burden and change it, because you do have the judgment here. They're forcing you to review these burdens that's keeping you, that's heavy within your heart, is what I feel. I definitely feel a heaviness in your heart space. All right. And I feel that you're forced to review it, gain the wisdom so that you can release it. You accept what it is that you know is heavy. All right. And I'm seeing a blue rose on there, and I see north, south, east, west. All right. So I feel that you have that power to call in all the corners, all the elements, and communicate through a more of a heart-based energy. All right. I also feel that you have the power to make magic, is what I feel. You have the wisdom to make magic. All right. And I feel with the heaviness that's in your heart, that's why spirit's coming in and forcing you to review what that heaviness is that's in your heart space, that's keeping you from communicating from a more love-based energy. That's what I feel. All right. So what is the root or the foundation of your current situation? The full card. I feel the full card is the root of the Page of Cups, is a new way of communicating. It's releasing, letting go of them burdens, cycling out things that no longer serves you so that you can communicate from a more love-based energy. Instead of a heavy energy, it's more lovingly. Okay. And I also feel this Fool comes in as the root of your current situation, as you want to move forward with no baggage. All right. You want to move forward without this heaviness, because this heaviness is keeping you, it's keeping you in a stalemate energy, is what I feel, Gemini. All right. So this Fool is coming as the root or the the foundation of your current situation is being able to let go, put down that baggage, put it down because it's too daggone heavy for you to carry into the future, is what I feel, Gemini. All right. And start communicating from the heart, not that baggage, not that heaviness. All right. So the recent past, the Hierophant. So I feel the Hierophant come to you in a recent past as this witch. All right. I feel I feel that this Hierophant gave you that spiritual knowledge that you need to know. You gained the spiritual knowledge through this judgment. I feel that this Hierophant come in and forced you to review some things from a spiritual perspective. All right. I feel that the key to letting all that heaviness go in your heart space came through this judgment call. All right. I really do feel, and it's forcing you to accept what is. All right. It's forcing you to accept the innocence and the purity. And I see the blue rose on there. So that's about communication. And we got the Page of Cups. Accept what is. Accept that these burdens are heavy so that you can release them. Accept that, the key to moving forward without that heaviness is just to let it go. But I do feel that there's some kind of a spiritual rebirth happen for you, Gemini. So what is in your thoughts? What's crowning you? The King of Pentacles. Yes. All right. So the King of Pentacles energy is a masculine energy, but he's stable. He's very, very stable individual. All right. Um, the King of Pentacles is a stable individual who can be loyal. He's grounded. He's a good family man. He knows how to bring in the bacon. He knows how to fry the bacon. He can take care of his family. Um, Again, he's a very stable individual. He's grounded. All right. So I feel that that's what's in your head. It also could have something to do with your job situation, perhaps a boss. They A boss figure could have something to do with your workplace. Um, I feel it's more of a person though, like it, not necessarily a masculine person like a man. It could be if you're a male person watching this, it could be you, or it could be if you're a feminine watching this, you tapping into your masculine energy and understanding what the key is to moving forward without all that heaviness within yourself, to make yourself more stable and to be able to communicate more from the heart space, accepting what no longer serves you, and finding the wisdom and the power to move forward without all that heaviness. I definitely see some kind of a spiritual rebirth happening for you, Gemini. All right, so what's coming towards you? The Eight of Cups. Yeah. So you're definitely, Gemini, going to walk away from that heavy energy. Definitely. You are going to be communicating, I feel, to this King of Pentacles individual, how you gain the wisdom of how to release that heavy energy within your heart space. All right. I feel that you're definitely walking away from the heaviness. There's no doubt about it. I feel that you have gained, you know what the key is to releasing that heavy burden, because you know what it is. You know what that burden is that's in your heart space. All right. You understand that you gain the wisdom and you know what you need to release. You are accepting what this burden is and you're ready to release it into the light, and trust more in your intuition. Trust more in that spiritual wisdom that you are gaining through reviewing that burden. All right. That's what I feel for you. How are you viewing yourself, Gemini? Yeah, there you go. You are viewing yourself as somebody who is um, gaining that balance between your masculine and feminine energies, which would be your heart space and that King of Pentacles energy. You're viewing yourself as somebody who um, is balancing out that yin and your yang and charging ahead. All right. And the reason why you're balancing out that yin and your yang is because you're walking away from burdens in your heart. Whatever burden you have in your heart, you gain that spiritual wisdom. You understand the innocence and the purity and the wisdom that has come through you, through your ancestors. And I feel this white witch is an ancestor of yours, Gemini. And I see the wisdom right here with that horn out. You understand the key to the wisdom of accepting what it is and releasing it. And I feel it's a heavy burden. I can feel it in your heart space, Gemini. It's definitely a heavy burden within your heart space that you are balancing out. You're walking away from that burden. You're balancing that energy out. You're letting the burden behind you as the fool. You're putting it down and you're walking away from it. And you're going to gain not only the balance in your masculine and feminine energies, but you're going to gain the wisdom by tapping into that masculine energy and approaching life in a more uh, uh, stable vision, by accepting things as they are. I still feel that serenity prayer going through my head. So let's move on. What is the outside circumstances that is affecting you? What are the outside circumstances? The Queen of Swords. So there you are, Gemini. There you are, Gemmies. So you are the outside circumstances of being able to, I feel that you Geminis, have this ability. You are going to actually take advantage of this ability of, you actually got it. I feel that you got it. You actually got the point that was trying to be expressed to you, because I feel that you're very intuitive. I feel that you actually got the truth of the situation. You understand what this burden is in your heart. You know what you got to walk away from. So the outside circumstances that's affecting you is your wisdom, the truth of this situation. Your wisdom has given you the key to accepting what this burden is and being able to walk away from it. All right. You actually understand the truth of this review that Spirit is forcing you to go through, is what I feel. What's your hopes and fears? Oh, we got the Moon card. So I feel it. I feel that you're hoping that by the time the new moon comes, that all of these shadows that's keeping you in your heart, all these burdens that's in your heart space, I feel that you're hoping that you can walk away from them. You have the strength to walk away. And I do feel that you do, because you already know. You already have the wisdom that needs, sorry, you already have the wisdom of being able to see through the illusion of whatever this burden is. All right. I do feel that. And I don't feel it's a fear. And I just feel that you have the hope of releasing it. You have the hope of perhaps that King of Pentacles energy. You're hoping that King energy can actually see through the illusion of what needs to be walked away from. Accept the fact that the burden is in the heart space and being able to charge ahead. I really feel that you're hoping to have a clean slate with that King, is what I feel. I hope you're hoping that, and you're hoping that this moon energy brings it in, is what I feel. All right. I also feel with I feel it's the new moon that's coming at the end of July is what's going to help you walk away from things, help you walk away from that heavy burden in your heart space so that you can communicate to your King of Pentacles individual and wipe the slate clean of the burden within this partnership. I don't know why that's coming through, but it just did. I also feel that you, by walking away from that burden and accepting what it was, I definitely see a balanced energy that's definitely going to usher you in to a new energy. But I feel that you know what the key to accepting this truth is. You already know what it is that needs to be released, is what I feel. You've seen the shadow. You gained the truth through that shadow. You actually went into the darkness and faced that shadow, Gemini. And that's how you're able to balance out your masculine and feminine energies. You face the shadow and you know what you need to walk away from. You know what that burden is that you need to walk away from, that heaviness in your heart space. Because I feel that you had some sort of a spiritual epiphany, is what I feel. So the outcome, yeah, we got the Five of Pentacles energy. So I feel that the outcome is that's a shadow. That's a shadow I feel that you perhaps could be fearing. I do feel a little bit of a fear coming through since I pulled that abandonment card. I feel that you're fearing that you got left out in the cold. And I feel that's the heaviness that's in your heart space. All right. I feel that you're like, all right, I might as well just accept that, my masculine, my King of Pentacles he's just walked away. He's not, he's not going to come back, and we're not going to have something brand new. And that's what I feel from this. All right. For some of you guys, I also feel that, Jemmies, that you definitely need to face the shadow of abandonment, because I do feel that somebody, that king, definitely walked away from you and left this heaviness in your heart space. All right. And I do feel that spirit is coming in and forcing you to review that energy, that heaviness, and to accept that everything happens for a reason, is what I feel. And to see the innocence and the purity and gain the wisdom that is needed to move forward without that baggage. You need to let the baggage go, Geminis. You really, really do. All right. So let's pull a Power of Love Oracle card to go with this reading. So, Power of Love Oracle card. Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. Yes, you are accepting it. You are accepting that, no matter what, there's a bigger picture, is what I feel in your heart space. Regardless of the heaviness in it, you still believe, you are accepting that everything happens for a reason, and that, you're gaining the wisdom and the knowledge through your spiritual energy concerning this shadow of, this king walking away from you, is what I feel. And I feel that because you're doing this, you're going to move forward. Like, you're going to charge ahead with a clean slate. And you're going to move forward regardless of whether or not that king decides he wants to come back or not. You're still going to move forward. You're just going to cut the tie and move forward, is what I feel. All right. So let's see what signs from spirit. What's the signs from spirit that you're showing, Gemini, for the month of August? what's the signs that you're showing Gemini spirit for the month of August? One more shuffle, and then we will cut and pull cards. All right. So what's the signs you're showing Geminis for the month of August, spirit? So love and desire. Yeah. So Gemini, you could be seeing I feel that, you could be feeling that the love and desire within your soul is what I feel, because you are accepting that, everything happens for a reason is what I feel. You're accepting that, and you are, Geminis, you're ready to put down that heaviness that's been keeping you stuck in your heart space, and you are ready to understand that, you know no matter what happens, that you still are able to love is what I feel. So let's move on. Yeah, red rose. I feel there's some kind, perhaps that masculine is going to come forward and bring you a dozen of roses. But I also feel that they're telling you to, in order to feel enchanted, I feel that they're telling you to stop and smell the roses. Stay in the present moment. Don't go to the past. The past is gone. There's nothing you can do to change it. Release the heaviness. Accept what is. And I feel that you will magnetically attract that person back to you that you're wanting to be with. Yeah, 555. There's some sort of a wake up call. Time to move in a new direction. So I feel they're telling you, they're showing you trip fives, because it is time to move in a new direction. It is time to accept what is, to let that burden go, that heaviness in your heart space. Face the shadow of abandonment. Walk away from it. Move forward. Balance out your energies and just charge ahead. You have the truth and the wisdom through your spirit self, because this white witch is bringing that innocence and that purity and that wisdom to you. And you got the key. Spirit already handed you the key that you need to walk away from that heavy energy in your heart space. You already know what it is. I feel that you're very connected to spirit, and that's what they're telling you. So if you're seeing 555s, that's what that means. It's time to go in a new direction. Time for that change, Gemini. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading, and blessed be from the Crow's Priestess.